Roman Kemp shares special memories of godfather George Michael, who was like an uncle. Growing up, Roman Kemp said it wasn't unusual to come home and find George Michael at his house and recalled the lavish Christmas gifts he bought him. Roman Kemp has shared fond memories of his godfather George Michael, who was like an uncle to him. The 31-year-old is the son of Spandau Ballet star Martin Kemp and wife Shirley, who was one of George's closest friends and a Wham! Backing singer and dancer in the 1980s. This meant that when Roman was growing up, George would often be round at their house. During his stint on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Roman revealed George was invited to dinners, Christmas, the lot. So it was especially sad when the Freedom singer died on Christmas Day 2016 at the age of 53, as he was due at the Kemp's house for Boxing Day that year. Acknowledging he didn't have a normal childhood, Roman's summers were often spent in Saint-Tropez. In the south of France at George's house, and the star would send a helicopter to pick us up from Nice airport. And he recalled how one Christmas George outdid his parents in the present stakes. When he was about 4 or 5, his mum and dad bought him a bike. But George came round to the house with an electric car Batmobile he had bought from Harrods, which he still has to this day. Though George was a global superstar, Roman said it was strange to think of him as anything other than Mum's best mate. And says Mum Shirley was one of the few people who would tell George the truth to his face. In an interview with The Times, Roman shared, "George would be at our house when he wanted resetting, in my opinion. From whatever was out there. When stuff went bad, all of a sudden he's at my house. If there was a bad headline, or if he wasn't in the right place, he'd be at my house. There was one reason for that, and that's my mum. My mum wasn't a yes person to George. His dad and his sisters are still like extended parts of my family. And though he feels proud when he sees footage of his dad Martin in Spandau Ballet on shows like Top of the Pops, he revealed, I listen to way more Wham! Than I do Spandau Ballet. Other memories from his privileged, amazing upbringing include a visit to the Spice Girls' houses with his parents, and when Liam Gallagher gave him a guided tour of his Star Wars memorabilia collection. But he also remembers his parents, who got together after being introduced by George. Worrying about money because they had spent everything they had on medical treatment for his father's 2 brain tumors he was diagnosed with in 1995. Now 62, Martin revealed how he discovered a tumor on his head when he was filming a TV show in LA at the age of 34. Speaking on his and his son Roman's new podcast FFS, My Dad is Martin Kemp, he revealed the tumor stood up about an inch. But he ignored it for some time. His only other symptom was losing his sense of smell, which returned after he underwent surgery. An MRI scan then revealed a second tumor which, had it not been discovered, Martin believes would have killed him. He now believes he has 10 years left to live after he survived the brain tumors 28 years ago. And added he sees every day as a gift after spending the 2 years post-op fretting about his mortality. He told son Roman, I don't know how long I've got left, but I will tell you, since I was the age of 34. When I went through all of that brain tumor scare, I spent 2 years of my life thinking I was going to die. I was practically resigned to the fact that I was going to die, but I was quite happy with my lot, because I had lived the most incredible experiences. I thought, if I go, do you know what? What a life, and that was back then. So every year that I live, every month that I'm alive now is like a bonus.